Greetings all and welcome back to the channel. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video. I've always been a fan of the Trimui Smart Pro even though I don't own one. I just love the sleek look it was designed with and that larger 16:9 screen. I also think that there is immense community support for it, which is always a good thing. When its vertical brother was announced, my first thought was how would it compare to other vertical handhelds like the Anbernic Rg40XXV? Which one should you choose if you're in the market for a vertical handheld? Now, obviously, this is not really an apples to apples comparison as they differ in size, but they do offer comparable performance. Before we get into that though, just note, as always, this comparison is based off of facts represented in some of the top comprehensive video reviews and detailed research. So it is more of an overview, with some of the most interesting facts out there mixed with my opinion. I trust you will still be able to get some value from it, as I do my best to pack in the most useful info that was unearthed by those who have had hands-on with the device. If you do, don't forget to like and subscribe as it really helps the channel out. With that said, let's take a look at the specifications. The most notable distinctions are the screen size and resolution. The Trimui Brick offers a higher pixel density with its smaller screen, while the 40XXV provides a larger display. Many reviewers commented on the crispness of the screen on the Brick even when the pixels in a game has not scaled perfectly. The battery on the 40XXV is also slightly larger, which may result in a little bit more playtime. Other than that, both devices target similar price points and use comparable chipsets with the same amount of RAM. When it comes to design and ergonomics though, the Brick stands out with its minimalist premium design. Things like the metal backplate adds to this feeling, but it is a bit of a double-edged sword in terms of how hot it gets. But more on that later. Its compact form factor makes it extremely pocketable. Measuring between the Miu Mini and the Mini Plus, it offers a perfect balance of size and comfort. The device also features interchangeable shoulder buttons, so you have a choice of 3 different options that are included with the unit. I thought this was pretty neat, and I'm sure you should see 3D printed options for these popping up on the likes of shops on Etsy in the future. Just a word of warning though, one of the reviewers did note that some of the included buttons feel as though they might come off too easily, so you may end up with them in your pocket or on the floor. Lastly, the Brick has the RGB lighting on the function buttons in the top middle of the front panel and in the top at the back pedal plate. In my opinion, these incorporates well into the design and competes well with the RGB around the analog stick in the 40XXV. Anbernic's offering, on the other hand, takes a more modern approach with a sleek, thin profile reminiscent of the analog pocket. Available in multiple colors including white, indigo blue, and transparent black, it boasts a gritty plastic texture that feels surprisingly premium apparently. This device is slightly larger and heavier at 217 grams, with a focus on ergonomic design and comfortable button placement. The larger size may make it a bit more uncomfortable in the pocket, but it usually allows users to hold the device with more ease and results in more space between the controls. Basically, it puts less strain on your hands, allowing for longer gaming sessions with fewer hand cramps. But let's compare the performance on these two. The Trimui Brick excels with systems up to PlayStation 1, with excellent performance on NES, SNES, and Genesis. It handles Game Boy systems beautifully, with high resolution scaling making games look very crisp. Nintendo 64 and Dreamcast are playable, but limited by the lack of analog sticks. You can use the D-pad as an alternative for movement, but it seems to leave players with a sense of missing something, and some reviewers feel it is less accurate. I have to note that some reviewers felt the metal backplate on the unit transferred too much heat from the processor, as it is situated directly above it and kind of serves as a heatsink for it. So when playing more demanding Dreamcast or N64 games, you are definitely going to feel it. Other reviewers did not find it too uncomfortable though, so this may also be dependent on your personal tolerance for this type of thing and what type of climate you are in. The Anbernic Rg40XXV on the other hand offers more consistent performance across retro systems. PlayStation 1 games run smoothly and it handles N64 and Dreamcast games with varying success. The device truly shines with arcade and classic console games, with its 4-inch screen providing an immersive experience. The analog stick, although not super accurate right out of the box, does seem to provide a bit better experience in the games where it is needed. The D-pad is also praised as one of the best Anbernic has designed, so that helps to even things out in this comparison with the Brick. If you're still not clear on which device would be better for you at this stage, let's take a look at some pros and cons to summarize and to help you decide. Firstly, the Trimui Brick is more compact and pocketable. It has a high-resolution screen with excellent pixel density, and it has those interchangeable shoulder buttons and customization options. On the downside, it has notable heat generation during extended play, and some of the interchangeable trigger types are a bit loose and could be lost. Its compact size may be too cramped for some as well. The Anbernic Rg40XXV has a larger 4-inch screen with thin bezels. It has a slightly larger battery and a more comfortable design with an excellent D-pad. On the downside, the analog stick is a bit inaccurate right out of the box. It is larger and therefore less pocketable, and it has a lower pixel density on its screen. So, in conclusion, both the Trimui Brick and the Anbernic Rg40XXV represents excellent options for retro gaming enthusiasts on a budget. The Trimui Brick offers a more compact, premium-feeling device, ideal for those prioritizing portability, while the Rg40XXV provides a larger screen and a more versatile gaming experience. In this comparison, it is honestly hard for me to choose between these devices, as they both have unique aspects that will cater to different people's likes. But if I was a new buyer and I had to pick, I would probably go with the 40XXV first, for its beautiful and larger bezel-less screen. For me personally, this would trump the pocketability of the Brick. I would probably buy both though if I had the cash, as I also want a device I could easily carry around with me, and I like the Trimui's design. If you're looking to purchase either of these, please consider using my links in the description below, as I earn a small commission of these at no cost to you. That's it for this one though. If you want some more info on the 40XXV or the Brick's horizontal brother, the Trimui Smart Pro, you can check out my videos on them by clicking on the links on screen now. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next tech update.